Mic check. Yo, yo. We live. Yo, man. It's time for the week 3 recap. Let's get it. We down with the Who Wants to Smoke League. We have some dope games that were streamed. We have some recaps to do, man. So let's hop right into it. Let's go back to week 3. So we had Colorado, which is Drick, and Sheldon with Oklahoma 28-14. Sooners get the dub, stay highly ranked. Looks like it was 14 all at the half, and Shelton with the shutout in the second half with 2 scores and held Drick scoreless in the second half. 15-10 in first downs, a little bit more in total offense. Both teams ran the ball, so everybody's getting a memo. If you can cut down them interceptions, you might have some. 22 for 126 for Colorado, 22 for 139 for Oklahoma. 13 passes, 11 passes, 134, 104, and Shelton avoided the turnovers. 2 turnovers for Dredd, 2 interceptions was probably the difference. Take a quick look at the player stats. Shador, 3 for 13, 104 and 2 picks. That look like Cam Ward numbers. Right now, between the 3 quarterbacks that train together, Kyron Drones is shining. Because Cam Ward is struggling. And Shador struggled this game. Let's see, rushing. Oh, Travis Hunter, he was trying to get in the rock to Travis Hunter on the ground. 13 for 89 with a longer 35. McHale was 63. No receptions for Travis. Just 3 receptions with a long of 46. Defense, no picks. 1 sack. Clean game by Oklahoma. No kick returns for touchdowns. Let's check out Sheldon. Jackson Arnold, 10 for 11. 134 and 1. Look at Sheldon with 90% completion percentage. Man, that's clean right there. Got to give it to him. Sawchuck, 15 for 135, 2 tugs. 4 for 59 also from the running back. He's featuring Gavin Sawchuck. See. See who had those picks. Bunch of tackles for loss. 3 sacks. 1 interception for 57. Was that a tud? Nope. Probably changed field position though. So shout out to Sheldon and Drake. That looked like that was a good game. Takes Drake to 1-2, Oklahoma to 2-1. Kansas and Arizona was a simulation, so we're not gonna spend much time on that. We do have a fresh game for week 4 for Arizona. Arizona Vanderbilt. I got some coaches interviews, information to share. So Arkansas Vanderbilt. Now this game was streamed live on Twitch nationally, and I do have some sound bites from some of the coaches. So we definitely want to talk about this game right here. So Arkansas got the win 48-28. It was 28-14 at the half. Scoreless third quarter. Vandy had a lot of chances in that third quarter. And then Arkansas pulled away 20-14 in the fourth. So we had some predictions. Jerome had a prediction that Arkansas would win 57-14. That wasn't quite the score. But there was a lot of trash talk back and forth between the two coaches, man. Um, let's see. We had Arkansas Hate Week started. We had roasted pigs being put in the chat. We had Heisman talk from Arkansas. Um, so yeah. So Coach Jerome, his post game statement was, "I'm just glad we pulled off the victory. Vandy coach had a good game plan. Really made my guys dig deep. Had an assistant coach um, in with me and my guys. She normally is not on the sidelines with us, but overall, I believe both offense and defense have made plays when it matters. No more questions." Okay. So yeah, he had some support. Um, Coach Declan Radley for Vandy was gracious in defeat. Said Arkansas is a great team, a fast one. We just weren't prepared for the speed that ultimately falls down on me and the coach. Our players put themselves in position to succeed. Just have to make key plays at key moments. Just looking to prepare for a big road game next week again at Arizona. So that was pretty much it, man. It was really good. A really good game. Breeze through the stats right quick. So Taylor Green was effective, 14 for 25, 3 touchdowns, 338, but it threw 4 interceptions. And Coach Jerome was very upset with those interceptions. It gave really gave Vandy a chance to stay in the game. But so Taylor Green also ran for 101 on the ground with 2 tugs. And then receiving, Jordan Anthony, who's also a Heisman candidate, went for 118 and a touch. With Desmond James and Luke Hydes also having touchdowns in the air. Defensively, 1 sack. What's that? 4 interceptions. It was like a 94-yard touchdown return that was critical touchdown return. So going over to Vandy. Shout out to Vandy in real life for upset Saturday, taking down Bama. Had Bama's starting linebacker spazzing, kicking the ball, refusing to come out the game. If y'all hadn't seen that clip right there, you definitely need to see that. Listen, Kellen DeBoer got decisions to make, bro, because Buddy is a star linebacker, man, but he blatantly refused to come out of the game, dog. He refused to come out of the game. He was out there, man, spazzing, man, getting penalties, slamming the quarterback head on the ground after he got the first down, and they sent a sub in to get him, and he waved him off and then proceeded to get another penalty, kicking the ball before the last snap of the game, man. So it's interesting to see what he does with Buddy. All right, so Diego Pavia, man, did his best, man. 20 for 38, 411, 3 touchdowns. The 4 picks were costly. 40 yards on the ground and a tud. And hit off Stowers. Now, in real life, the tight end, Diego Pavia, and Stowers got a connection like that in real life, so that was dope to see. 4 for 148, 2 tuds, 75-yard touchdown to Sherrill. So Vandy man is a tough out, man. Is a tough out. 2 picks, 1 for 56, 1 for 29. No pick sixes. So a lot of the games we've been seeing, the pick sixes have been the difference. So we got to keep an eye on that. All right. Moving along, we got Clemson in Georgia was also a simulation. Shout out to Walt, man. Walt had a water leak, man. Could have been stuff from the storm too, man, that he had to take care of. So that's always going to be more important than any video game. Shout out to Walt, man. Hope you got that squared away. But Rondo came away with the win on that, 37-21. Those are simulated stats, so we'll move on. Then we had the Canes getting the dub, What up, Rio? Full blast try. Rio in the building. Hey, Rio, man. This season is fun, dog. We got 32 grown men playing a video game, man. It's difficult to get everybody to get their games in, but now we got people streaming games. We got people, you know, posting predictions. So it's gonna be good stuff, man. Good stuff. I appreciate you coming through. So my game, Miami, South Carolina. Again, I got rain, bro. That's 2 weeks in a row. I don't know, man, about y'all, man. Are y'all getting various weather in y'all games? Cause like I 2 weeks in a row is just a downpour rain, man. But shout out to Chris Johnson, ran the opening kickoff back, man. Got me on the board early, got me a little confidence, man. But Mike, man, Mike got a good squad. It was a good game. Um, he actually had more first downs and more total offense. I got the ground game going, 23 for 134. Um, I threw 10 passes. He threw 26 with one touchdown. Obviously, he was 7 yards a pass. I only had 36 passing yards. So check this out, man. Cam Ward is officially out of the Heisman race. He's out of the ACC quarterback race. He's not even on the stat sheet for top quarterbacks, dog. So, as I said last show, you know, our offensive coordinator got some shortcomings, and we went on and made Cam um, a, a partner, a minority owner in Tootsies and Cheetahs, man. So he getting that NIL paper to kind of offset it. And we also looking into getting a new offensive coordinator. I don't know if y'all know who Brother Marquise is, but we look, rest in peace to Brother Marquise, but we're looking at Brother Marquise's son. So you know me, Coach Uncle Luke. I started a 2 Live crew. You know, we had Brother Marquise and Fresh Kid Ice. You know, rest in peace to Fresh Kid Ice too, man. He passed on. But yeah, we interviewing Brother Marquise' son to come in, you know, kind of help with this passing game, man. We gotta get this passing game right, dog. Shout out to Asia, man. If you're still on the road, be safe, dog. So 3 for 7 on third down for the Canes, 2 for 5 for him. I had a big fourth down conversion. I had only one turnover, one interception, which was stupid. I had somebody wide open again, but I did come down with 4 picks. They kind of swung the game, obviously, and I led in the time of possession. So the stats is ugly, man. Cam only threw 8 passes, 4 for 8 for 31 yards and a pick, dog. I don't know what else to tell you. Chris Johnson, man, Chris Johnson Jr., man, this is not CJ2K's son. A lot of people think that, but he got that blazing speed, man. Had the kick return and the touchdown run. Really scored both touchdowns. So shout out to Damian Martinez. Ward did have a couple of good scrambles to keep drives alive. And then Chris Johnson also had 5 catches and only had 1 catch by a receiver, man. So terrible. I don't even know why I showed that. Defensively, Ruben Bain is back. Ruben Bain had a sack, big sack. And we had 2 picks. Jaden Harris and freshman Zaquan Patterson had 1 too. Couldn't run any of them back, but kind of changed field goal position. Made a field goal, first field goal of the season for the Canes. All right, so so the kick return was 76 yards. Hell of a run by CJ2K. Kind of got us going. Looking at Mike, Lenore Sellers was 15 for 26, 196. 4 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Rocket Sanders had 28 yards rushing. We were able to hold down the beast that is Nick Harbor, the 2 for 19, boy. I was like, Simon can get some. We can't let Harbor get loose. So he took advantage of that. Simon had 8 for 115. His defense had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and the 1 pick was actually in the end zone too, man. Tough pick, man, in the end zone. So shout out to Mike, man. Shout out to the Canes. We got a victory. That takes us to 2-0 in the conference. 2-1. Mike falls 1-3, 1-2 in the conference. Florida and Auburn. Looks like Carson got the dub. Over Jeremy. 29-7. Looked like it was close. 13-7 at the half. What's that? 19-7 in the third. Then he added 10 in the fourth. So let's see. Only 18 yards rushing for Florida. 62 for Auburn. And 166 yards passing for Auburn. So if this is what I think it is, we got to start looking at Walker White. I think Carson put this in the chat, in the group me chat. He was like Walker White for Heisman. Because the last couple of games I looked, Walker White for Auburn, that quarterback been mad efficient, bro. I mean, like 13 for 15. He like 12 for 14. Like, you know, very rarely throws interceptions. No interceptions in this game. So we're gonna have to turn to that and see. Let's see. There he is, Walker. Look again, dog. Look at that. 16 for 17, man. 3 tuds and 166. I'll take that all day, man. I don't want Cam to be throwing for 300 like he is in real life. Just give me that right there, dog. That's super efficient, man. Shout out to Walker White, dog. Then Hunter for 52 on the ground, enough to keep you honest. And he's spreading it out pretty good, man. No one person killing you. You know, 4 catches for 3 different dudes. And the one guy had 3 catches. All of those were 3 touchdowns, man. Shout out to Auburn, man. Taking what the defense gives you is what it looked like to me. All right, let's see. Kick 3 field goals. Kicking them field goals is critical, especially on the road, man. Let's check out what Florida did. He started DJ Lagway. No, let's see. Both QBs play. He killed me with Lagway, dog. 3 for 7 for 33 in a pick. 2 for 7 for Mertz. And he held Montreal Johnson in check. Those two killed me, DJ and Montreal Johnson. Montreal got 3 for 44. Defense. Oh, I forgot to look to see if any of those interceptions were pick sixes. Nope. All right, shout out to Auburn. Shout out to Carson. Let's see what we got next. Ohio State, USC. So this is Al and this is with USC. Jameer. So Jameer leads the league in passing, bro. And Al hit me up after this game. Y'all, the score, look, it was 22-20 in the third quarter. And USC went on 35 unanswered in the fourth, man. That's crazy. Hey, Al was hot about that, man. Shout out to Al, man. Played college ball at Catawba. Pride yourself on knowing that defense. He said, man, that ain't no way in the world. He said that tight end was a problem. We're gonna see. I think his tight end was over 200 yards. But Al was on the ground, 30 for 198, 2 for 109. Not bad balance, but when you give up 594 in the air, whew, he threw 46 passes, dog. 6 touchdowns, with only 1 interception. So that's gonna be hard to overcome. Let's take a look at the stats. So Howard 7 for 19, 109, 6 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Miller Moss, who got knocked out the game, I believe, 23 for 40, 515 for 5 and 1. And his backup came in and threw a touchdown, look like. Rushing, USC is not rushing the ball. Judkins got off, 161. And 7 for 46. Al said during the game that Jameer was telling him at the end he should have kept running the ball. So Ohio State one for 47 for Ibuka. Tate. He got to get Jeremiah Smith involved. Jeremiah Smith didn't get involved. Okay, this right here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This right here. 6 for 209. This tight end, man. Lake McCree. And then Zachariah Branch, 7 for 130. He had 3 over 100. Hey, man. Hey, I'm not one to talk junk because he probably do the same thing to me, bro. He throwing that thing at an alarming rate. Shout out to Jameer. And on defense, he had 2 players with 2 interceptions, and he had to have some pick sixes. He had 1 pick six. So that was pretty much it. Looked like the fourth quarter was the tail of the tape. So that takes let's look at the rankings right quick. So that takes Al to 1-2, 0-1, and Jameer 3-1, 2-0. That, hey man, that new look Big Ten is something else, boy. Then we got Ole Miss and Texas A&M. So that's Bug and Samaj. So we got Bug getting the win, 38-13, like it was 17-0. Then it was, what's that? 24-31-0. Going into the fourth, Samaj put up 2 touchdowns. 33 passes to 26 passes. Bug had 160 yards rushing and 211 yards passing. Nice balance. Samaj threw for 229, getting down there early, he had to throw it. Interceptions, 6 interceptions to 3. Pretty much every time. Declan said, you taking too many L's, got hit the lab. You playing some tough opponents though, dog. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Jackson Dart, 13 for 26, exactly 50%, 2 tugs, 3 interceptions. Bentley went for 94. Parrish went for 81. Shout out to Henry Parrish, Miami transfer. Went back to Ole Miss. Wish him well unless he play us. Priestcorn, the tight end, was a problem. 5 for 89. A tug. And then these interceptions was the key. 97, he had to take 1 to the house. Yeah, he took 1 to the house. All right, let's check out Samaj though. Let's see how he scored them 13. Connor Wegman, 20 for 33, 229, the 6 picks. Obviously being behind. Oh, he spread it around pretty good. 6 for 62, 2 for 30, 4 for 27. No touchdowns though. He must have had pick sixes for his touchdowns. I didn't see any rushing touchdowns either. Oh yeah, 73 and 69. Wow. So Texas A&M got 2 defensive touchdowns. Make it 38-13. See. Takes us to Tennessee and LSU. So this is Adrian and Eddie Lee. Adrian with LSU gets the dub. It was 10-0 at the half. 24-0. Then Eddie Lee put up 12 in the fourth. 24 for 19. Eddie Lee got a consistent run game. 24 for 119. Adrian 13 for 30, 110. Must have been turnovers. No, 2 turnovers or 1. It must have been short fields. Adrian must have been scoring on short fields, cause you don't have crazy yardage. Let's see. Grant Nussmeier 9 for 15. Well, I take that. 110, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jackson and Williams on the ground. Watkins, 28-yarder. Yeah, like he might have had short fields off those interceptions. Hey man, as long as you cash in, that's all that matters. Don't matter how far you out. 3 times. Oh, Harold Perkins. Harold Perkins had a 94-yard pick six. Come on, A. Talk to me. That's with a linebacker. So that means he was going in to score when he picked that off. Yo, we're gonna talk about that play of the year so far. I gotta say, we'll get to when we talk about the Alabama game, the Alabama Penn State game. But Adrian was the other person that had a kick return or a punt return or something early in the year. So he didn't have none in this game. So LSU gets the dub. See what that takes them to record-wise. 3-1, 2-0. They number 7. Tennessee falls to 1-3, 0-3 in the SEC. Then we had NC State and Washington. NC State gets the dub, 28-14. So that's core. That's CMAC with Washington, and Huck with NC State. Looks like it was what 21-14 at the half, and they both locked down. NC State got 7 in the fourth, 98 yards rushing to 69 in favor of NC State. Passing yards went to Washington, 6 for 8 on third down. That's super efficient. 3 for 5 ain't bad. Just 2 turnovers apiece. Like a pretty clean game, man. That second half came down to those 14 points. Grayson McCall, 17 for 22. That's real efficient. 3 touchdowns. Still didn't get KC involved. No, that's the run game. Waters went for 90. KC, 3 for 20. 3 touchdowns. He done got KC involved. Shout out to KC from the crib, from Charlotte, getting it done. And then Collins had 55. Let's see. 1 for 47 by Boykin, like it might have went to the house. Nope. Let's see. Will Rogers, 10 for 17, 175. Efficient, but no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Modest rushing, 80, 75, 31, and 13 passes. That's my neighbor firing up that motorcycle, if y'all can hear that. Let's see. 1 for 24 for Elijah Jackson. What's up with Prosock? This Prosock dude for Washington started off with like 5 interceptions in the first game. So he had 3 tackles though. Shout out to NC State. Shout out to Huck for getting that dub. Let's see where NC State is in the conference. 1-2, 0-1. Washington 1-3, 0-1. Texas, Virginia Tech. I wish this was streamed. Shout out to Darius getting the dub with Texas to remain undefeated. Shout out to Amavi with Vatek with the shootout, bro. So Darius went up 28-7, was 35-21 at the half. Man, this thing was a shootout. Came down 56-42. Darius got 2 tugs in the fourth quarter. But yeah, man, he 29. What's that? 29, 36. 35, 42, 36 in the third. It was close. It was close. So 500 yards of offense for Vatek. I gotta get my D ready for that. 442 for Darius. Shout out to Darius, man. Darius is quietly just like racking up these offensive numbers, dog. 228 on the ground and 214 in the air. 548 in the air. Kyron Drones, man. Cam Ward cousin out here balling. Both was efficient on third down. I guess that second half is when Virginia Tech started going for 2-point conversions. 3 turnovers apiece. Both had a fumble and 2 picks. Crazy game. I would have loved to see how that unfolded. 10 for 17 for Quinn. 2-2. C.J. Baxter. Shout out to C.J. Baxter. Hurt in real life. I think he tore ACL in fall camp, man. But video game, C.J. Baxter is alive and well. 18 for 239, 4 touchdowns, 1 fumble. Took 171. Darius got that man working. Ain't nobody else even got a carry. 5 for 162 for Isaiah Bond, the Alabama transfer, 2 touchdowns. That's solid. CJ Bass a couple catches on the ground out of the backfield. Defense, lots of tackles for loss for Texas. Lots of sacks. 2 picks. 1 forced fumble. 1 fumble recovery. Oh, fumble recovery for a touchdown. 2 yards? Wow. He fumbled coming out of the end zone. Wow. I wonder when that happened. That might have been a momentum changer. Wow. That was dope. 31-yard return. Let's check out Vitek. Drones. 27 for 43 and 2. Sacked 10 times. But threw for 548. They got away from Tootin, I guess, because they were down. 7 for 230. Ali Jennings. Oh, we got to put him on the radar. Oh, he was hitting Tootin coming out the backfield for 10 for 123. Bro, look at these passing numbers, bro. How often you lose a game with receiving numbers like this, dog? 2 over 100, 1 over 200, 1 a little less than 50. 3 touchdowns total, 2 drops, though, by Daquan Felton. So Daquan Felton is the dude that caught the so-called Hail Mary against my Canes, man. So that's what you get. Ha ha. Drop. It was not a catch. I don't care what y'all say. They be hating on my Canes, dog. It wasn't a catch. They should have never called it a touchdown. The Cal game is a different story, though. That comeback right there, boy. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to have a defibrillator present when I'm watching my Canes, man. They killing me. So defense for Vitek, and they have quite the pressure Texas had. That could have been the difference. The 10 sacks, he got sacked 10 times. That could be drive killers. Hold on. Oh no, no kick returns. All right, shout out to Darius, man, remaining undefeated. See, where does that put him? 2-0, 1-0. Oh, Darius only played 2 games. He had a bye. Virginia Tech 2-1, still 2-0 in the conference though. So that's huge. Syracuse, Florida State, another shout out. Shout out to Adrian, Porter, and Sean. So 35-13 at the half. Sean made a run with 19 in the fourth, bro. This game, I would have loved to seen this too. 411 total for Syracuse to 198. Florida State almost had 100 yards rushing to 56. 99 passing to 355 for Syracuse. 5 for 6 on third down to 1 for 4. That might have been the problem in the first half. 5 turnovers apiece, both threw 5 interceptions. Let's see. Oh, he started DJU. DJU 6 for 16, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. DJU say, man, give me my job back, dog. I mean, those are the options. Luke Cromahockers, who we have been going with. So Philly went up for 102. Roydale Williams for 24. Benson had a touchdown. Thomas had a touchdown. Two, three, 4 tackles for loss. No sacks. 2, 3, 4, 5 picks like we saw. 1 for 60. Oh, he had 3 pick sixes. That's how he got back in the game. So, in talking to Sean, I think he said something about he started chasing points too early. Because if you look at it, I think if he would have kicked the extra points, he could have been tied. Did he go for it 3 times? I got to look at the 2-point conversion. No, he only went for it twice. So somewhere along the way, that would have gave him, if he would have just kicked it, that would have been 2 points. That would have gave him 41, though. Yeah, we've been having a big discussion, me, him, and our boy Calvin, about when to go for 2, man. You know, they got charts for that, man. Some people agree, some people disagree. So shout out to Sean, man. Definitely tried to make a comeback um, with the pick sixes. Oh, Sean said he missed the extra point and 2 failed conversions. Oh, he missed the extra point. That's the other point. That's right. That's right. I do remember you telling me that. Yeah, once you miss the extra point, you do go chasing. You do go chasing. So if he wouldn't have missed the extra point and kicked the other two, he would have tied it up 42 all. Wow. Shout out to Sean, man. The homie. So Oregon, Missouri. Shout out to Nick. Still undefeated at 3-0. 2-0 in the Big Ten. Missouri falls to 1-2. Missouri struggling in real life. With the loss they had, 15-7 in first downs. What's this? 340 to 101. 277 to 94 in passing yards. 5 for 8, 1 for 1 on fourth down. Nick efficient too. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Weber Marketing, man. It's my Weber Marketing people. 3 turnovers, 1 fumble, 2 interceptions, 7 interceptions. So yeah, it was 28-7 at the half. Looks like he cut it to, what's that going to be, 35-17 in the third. And Nick put 10 more on top of that to take it at 45-21. So Cook, 9 for 20, 7 interceptions. Noel, 26 on the ground. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. 39 for Noel in the air. Fence, 2 picks, same dude. Who is this? Trevez Johnson, 2 for 121 with a 76-yard house call. Let's see. Check out Nick. Dylan Gabriel, 15 for 25, 277, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jordan James, 63 on the ground. Terrence Ferguson, 7 for 184, 2 tuds. Tez Johnson had the other touchdown. 6 pancakes. This dude right here is right guard is mauling people. Defense. Lots of tackles for loss. Lots of sacks. Those interceptions, bro. Every game, 2 pick sixes. Every game, that seems to be the difference. You can avoid them interceptions, dog. All right. Shout out to Nick, remaining undefeated. I think we got a big game. I think we got Oregon, Oregon, Alabama, something like that this week. So that takes, yeah, Nick 3-0, 2-0. Then we had Michigan and Notre Dame. Shout out to D. White, man. So D. White had a complaint that I didn't spend enough time on his game last time, man. So let's look at D. White's stats. Shout out to D. White. Shout out to Iz. D. White had 14 first downs to 5, 370 yards of total offense. So he prides himself on balance. 14 for 94 in the rushing, 276 in passing. Obviously, it was down through 37 passes to 29, 5 touchdowns for D. White. Third down conversions, 2 for 7. Both were 0 for 1 on fourth down. 7 interceptions, bro. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, D. White. That tells the story. Let's see. Let's look at your stats first. 19 for 29, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Efficient as hell. Nothing I can say. Riley Leonard, 276. Price and Love combined for, what's that, 85 on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different receivers. Spread it out with Thomas getting 3 touchdowns. Evans with 1. Long of 54. Only 1 drop. Defense, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and of course 7 interceptions. So Xavier Watts, 3 for 108, 2 pick sixes. Might be a player of the week candidate. Punting 3 for 100. Yeah, D White, shout out, man. Shout out. Strong performance. Really nothing else I can say. Alright, so where does that take us? Where we at? Here we go. Alabama, Penn State. So this game was also streamed, man. I'm gonna tell you. Trey. Shout out to Trey. And shout out to Reggie, man. Coach Seaberry. I think I got some comments from their game as well. But player of the year gotta be Trey user picking the screen with the linebacker, man. I want to say this was a little earlier, man. The score wasn't out of hand yet. It was 7-0 in the first. I don't think it happened in the first, cause it was 31-0 at halftime. But I want to say it was second quarter. It might have been 14-0, and Penn State was driving the score. And he called the screen, and Trey was using the linebacker, man, sifted through the traffic of the lineman, and used it and took it to the house, man. It was dope. Shout out to Reggie, man, and Trey, man. I mean Trey right now, man, is the problem. It's a problem. I mean, a lot of people say like, yeah, they're playing with those top teams. Trey take mid majors, man, do the same thing. So that's all I can tell you. I seen that up close and personal. But let's see if I got some did I have some comments from Reggie? Post-game thoughts. Coach Sidbury says, I'm going to have to come up with a better game plan next time. And most people say it happens to the best of them. Anyone can lose. When Coach Sidbury was asked by a reporter named Declan, are you going to make any changes to the roster? Coach Sidbury said, I think we're looking at linemen through the portal. Other than that, we're definitely bringing 1v1 first thing Monday morning, see who wants it more. So they're going to have major competition going on at Penn State this week. Jerome, Arkansas head coach, chimed in, said, I'm not saying Bama players on steroids, but they've been hard to find. He tried buying some for Arkansas players, dude said it was out of. He asked for if he had any comments on that. Coach Sidbury said, we're not worried about what's going on in Alabama. We rather struggle through adversity, so come playoff time, we'll be better prepared. And there was another question directed to Coach Sidbury. Coach, you had some players spotted leaving the club with some hired company. Any comments on how that affected the slow start today? And then Coach Sidbury replied, I believe we should let our players live. Like I said, we're going back to the drawing board. So shout out to Coach Sidbury for giving us some post game thoughts, and shout out to them. Let's take a look at the stats right quick. Jalen Milroe shot up the Heisman board, man, with this 9 for 14, 251 on only 14 passes, dog. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He added 6. Oh no, that's not him. That's Miller, Jam Miller, 61 yards, 71 for Haynes. Yeah, he didn't really run with Milroe. Receiving the freshman Ryan Williams, 303 for 1, Law 2 for 65 for 1, Bernard with 2. So let's see, who was the linebacker? Campbell. Jahad Campbell was the user pick for 91 yards. Then he had 3 pick sixes, Mincy and Keon Sabb. Yeah, so tremendous defensive performance by Bama, as well as offensively. Let's take a look at Penn State. Drew Aller, 19 for 43, 311, one touchdown, 10 interceptions. It came to a point we had to keep throwing the ball, try to stay in it. Nick Singleton with the one touchdown. Warren with 147 and a touchdown. And they did have interception, only one sack. Tough to get the meal roll. So, shout out, man, to Trey, man. Alabama, looking good. Let's see what we got. Is that the last game? No, we got Utah and North Carolina. Shout out to Green and Willie. Chill Will. Chill Will gets the win 24-7. Let's see. 47 on the ground, 221 in the air. Turnovers, 5, 4 interceptions and fumble for Carolina, 2 interceptions for Utah. See, Max Johnson, 3 for 9. Hampton went for 26. So he must have had pick 6 for his score. Power Echoes, dog, I think leads the nation in tackles, dog. I was looking at that the other night. Yeah, he had 194-yard pick 6. Utah, Cam Rising, 20 for 27, 221, 2 and 2. Bernard for 40. Spread it out. Bernard, 5 catches for 6 yards. He was trying to catch him out the backfield. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers got the rock. So yeah, 2 for 73. Buddy had to take one of them to the house. Yeah, one to the house. And shout out to Chill Will getting the dub. Alright, so that was the last game of that week. So Utah 1-2, Carolina 1-3, both 0-2 in the conference. So moving up to week 4. Oh, hold on, before we do week 4, let's take a look at the Heisman stuff. Yes, Jalen Miro shot up the board, man, to the #1 spot. T-Mac. There was a game today between Vandy and Arizona that just made this possible. T-Mac is up to 2nd in the Heisman. Taylor Green dropped a little to 3rd. And Justice Haynes comes into it. I'm not really sure how that's possible. He only had 71 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown. So I think some of these Heisman stuff is kind of broken, kind of glitchy, because Ohio State had a running back up there that had like 5 carries last week. Zachariah Branch is down. Like, how can this dude be down and he up? You know, well, he had 8.9 yards a carry, but I don't know. But Miro looks like he's in the driver's seat after that performance at the whiteout at Penn State. Players of the week for the last week, Hicks and Damon Ward out of North Texas. So Ohio State Al has the player of the week nationally in defense, 6 tackles, 3 sacks, forced fumble return. In the ACC, we got Earl Little with Sean, 8 tackles, 2 interceptions, 1 TD. Man, forget Earl Little. His dad played for Miami, man. He shouldn't be at Florida State. Z Haynes for Syracuse. Oh, shout out, man, to Syracuse. I meant to look at. I glanced over the stats because I got a meeting I got to take at 6:30, a Zoom meeting. But Aronde Gaskin got off 2 touchdowns for Syracuse. That's my boy, man. I went to school at Winston with his pops. All right, OG. Big 12 got Nate Ritchie. Eli Stowers, the tight end for Vandy. See. Big 10, CJ Hicks, of course. Zachariah Branch with his 138 and 3 tuds. SEC, Darius is dominating both people. Ethan Burke, 5 tackles, 3 sacks, forced fumble. And, of course, CJ Baxter that went for 239. Word. So that's Players of the Week in our conferences. Heisman, conference standings. Let's take a look. Okay, so Miami 2-0. Syracuse 2-0. Tech 2-0. I got Carolina coming up. I got to look to see who Virginia Tech and Syracuse play. Um, see, that don't matter. Big 12, Arkansas and Arizona. Woo! They on a collision course. That's gonna be a good one. Y'all definitely got to stream that game, dog. Y'all got to stream that game. But they jumped out front, man, out there in that Big 12. The Big 10, we got Oregon, USC, and Penn State undefeated in the conference. With Oregon, the only undefeated team left so far in the Big 10 overall. Then we got SEC, we got Auburn and Alabama and Texas as the only undefeated. Um, one, two, three, four, five teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. Um, oh, sorry, 5 teams undefeated in the conference. 3 teams winless in the conference. That's interesting. So there we go with conference standings. Um, Before I look at that game that they played, let's see. Recruiting. Is there any signings? Let's go to top classes. Get off my stuff. Y'all don't need to see my stuff. Oh, we got some signings. Virginia Tech got 3 2-stars, 2 wide receivers and a running back. Let's see, none of these are human players. Anybody else human players that signed anybody? Nope. So Virginia Tech and Florida are the only human opponents that have signed people. With Florida getting those 2 4-stars, a wide receiver and a right end. Again, we looking into Florida's NIL program, dog. They recruiting. All right. So let's go to week 4 because there was a couple of games already played, bro. So we got Missouri and Penn State. That's going to be a good one. Michigan, USC. He is going to get your pass defense ready, boy. Texas A&M, Colorado. Drayton Samaj, Bug, and Chill Will. Got Adrian and who's Washington again? C-Mac. Oh, LSU already won that. Woo! 48-0. Whoa, that's right. They did say they played yesterday. That's an early advance game. Good God. 35-0 at the half and then 13 more. Well, let's look at these. 242 for total offense. 154 for passing. 67 for Washington. Turnovers, 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions. To LSU's 1 interception. And they lost a fumble. No penalties. Interesting. Nussmeier, 15 for 18, 154. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's that efficiency. I see you, Adrian. Caleb Jackson with 72 in the touch. Williams with 20 in the touch. Got the ground game going. Spread it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people catching balls. Pimpton. Kamorion Pimpton, the tight end for a touchdown. And the running back for a touchdown. I see you, A. 9 pancakes. 96 overall. This might be the best left tackle in the game right there. That might be why Adrian's so efficient. See, 1 tackle. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles for loss. These interceptions. Oh, yeah. 2 for 122. But he got 2 pick sixes. Gotta be. No, 1. And 1 for 75. So that's 14 points. No kick returns. All right, let's check out C-Mac. 5 for 10, 49 yards. He didn't throw many passes. He had brought in Will Rogers. Will Rogers get hurt? We got bench. 1 for 5, 2 in the set. You might got bench. Ngata, 61. Spread it out. 4 or 5 receivers. And 1 pick for 7 yards. Let's see. Yep. Shout out to Adrian. Posted the shutout. 48 nothing shutout to go to, well, Adrian's in top 10, 7 3-1, 2-0. Then we got me and Green, North Carolina, Miami, and Hard Rock. Vanderbilt at Arizona. That was the one that was played today. Great game, 38-20. I got I definitely have some coaching comments from that, and we're gonna get ready to wrap up. All right, so let's see. This was a nationally streamed game, and QCG was one of the reporters on the premises. Any coaching statements for the post-game press conference? And Coach Ravi for Vanderbilt says they had to get back to the drawing board. They got beaten all 3 phases of the game. Hopefully they can turn around this losing streak next week. I think that's about it. I don't think I got any comments from Arizona's coach. I think he just took the win. But Fafita went over 1,000 yards passing. As we see here, 455 to 317. It was 17-7 at the half. There was a lot of chances. There was some fumbles. Vanderbilt forced a fumble from Arizona on the 1-yard line. Drove down and couldn't capitalize on it. It was also a crazy play where Vanderbilt was trying to quick snap the ball on the 1-yard line to catch Arizona offsides, and it snapped off of the defender, and they recovered it, but they called it onside. The string went out for a little bit, so I didn't get to see it as clean as I wanted to. But that was crazy. And then Vanderbilt ended up scoring on that drive, though. But in the end, man, it came down to too much T-Mac, man. We got to see. First of all, 27 for 43, 428 for Fafita, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 28 yards rushing. He obviously was passing the ball. T-Mac, 10 for 160 and 2 touchdowns, 6 for 105 for Lamonius Craig and a touchdown, 5 for 61 for Murphy. Tons of tackles for loss, sacks, 4 interceptions. None of them were pick sixes. Let's take a look at Vandy. Pavia, 20 for 35, 301, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Long of 83. Alexander, 16 15. Stowers again, the tight end, 137, 111 for Loic. Skinner caught 2 touchdowns on short passes. So ultimately, it was the turnovers, man. They kind of did it. But it was a really good game, man. Shout out to Arizona, man. The Arizona-Arkansas game is gonna be must-see TV, dog. Must-see TV. We gotta make sure they stream that. All right, I know I'm rushing, but I gotta get out of here, fellas. I got this meeting to hop on. Let me see other matchups right quick. Let's see. South Carolina, Virginia Tech. I need South Carolina to pull that off and give Virginia Tech a loss. Oh, Arkansas and Kansas. Yo, man, I don't know, man. Corey has not been responding, man. I know he had some issues with the power, but he had another forced loss, man. So I don't know, Jerome. You might be getting a forced loss, or he may play. I'm not really sure. Texas and Auburn. Oh, that's game of the week. 3-0, 2-0 in Austin. It's a good game. Bama, Oregon. Sorry, Texas, Auburn. Bama, Oregon, 1 versus 3 is game of the week. Right behind it is Texas and Auburn. Notre Dame, Ohio State, really good games this week. Clemson, NC State, Oklahoma, Tennessee, really good games. I just want to peek right quick to that Arizona Arkansas game. It's not that week. I should have went to one of them individual schedule. Arizona, North Carolina. When is it? Week 8. Uh, I know they play because they're in the same conference, dog. Arizona, Colorado. Is it week 9? Arkansas, LSU. Ole Miss, Arkansas. Did I pass it, y'all? Oh, there we go. Week 11. Week 11. A lot can change between now and then, though. So we'll have to see. Looking at top 25, we got Bama solid at 1, Texas at 2, Oregon 3, Arizona 4, Kansas State. Computer jumped in there at 5 on us, y'all. Oklahoma, LSU, USC, Clemson, and Ole Miss round out the top 10. That simulated win, man, for Georgia got Clemson ranked higher than me, man. I beat Clemson. But I lost to an unranked Florida, so I guess that's fair. Penn State at 11, Auburn at 12, Notre Dame at 13 with 2 losses. Oklahoma State, Computer up in there, Kentucky up in there, 3-0. Miami at 16, Ohio State 17. So everybody from under 12, we outside the playoffs. If the playoffs started today. Missouri down to 19. We got Maryland. We got the computer teams popping up in here, bro. Arkansas at 21 after being not ranked. Coach Rome was wanting to be ranked higher than that. And Utah squeaks in as the last ranked human team. So there we have it, man. That's week 3 in a nutshell. We get ready for week 4. Everybody schedule your opponents, man. Best of luck to you. Let's try to advance no later than Sunday at 7 p.m., man. So peace out. Hope everybody stay safe. Have fun. Ball out. It's your boy QCG out. Peace.